Are there good living books that cover more recent events in history? Absolutely. Let me share some titles with you that present history as what it is, stories of people who lived before us in the not-too-distant past. Here are our favorite living books for modern times. Welcome to the Simply Charlotte Mason podcast. I'm Sonia Schaefer. I often joke that it was easier for Charlotte Mason to teach history to her students than it is for us because she only had to go up through 1923. We have more than 100 additional years to cover. It seems that so much is happening, and at such a rapid pace, it can feel intimidating to teach modern times to our students. Where do we find well-written, living books that cover modern events with a focus on good ideas? Well, over the next few episodes, I'll be sharing some of our favorites. We'll start today with books for the whole family to enjoy together. These are the titles that are used in our new history curriculum, A Pageant of History. The series covers ancient times, Middle Ages, early modern, and modern times. The books that I'll review today are perfect for teaching modern times from about 1850 to present day. One of the books centers on American history and the other on world history. I think it's important to teach those two streams side by side in order to give our students a full picture of what was happening. Often, what happened in America was somehow connected to an event or a person across the sea in another country. We don't want our students thinking that American history happened in a vacuum. So I recommend that you read from both books, covering modern history in a bigger picture manner. First, the American history book. America, Our Stories, Volume 2 by Lorene Lambert. Now, as you probably surmised, there is a precursor to this book. Volume 1 covers early modern American history, and then Volume 2 picks up where Volume 1 left off. Your students in all the grades will hear the stories of the Mountain Men, the Oregon Trail, and the California Gold Rush. They'll read about the courageous life of Harriet Tubman and how Abraham Lincoln became president. They'll learn about the Civil War, Alexander Graham Bell, and the story behind the remarkable gift of the Statue of Liberty. They will follow American history through women gaining the right to vote, FDR and the Great Depression, Jesse Owens's Olympic triumph, and Amelia Earhart's final flight. Your students will discover the story of the Navajo Code Talkers, who served in World War II, the long Cold War between the United States and the USSR, the noble struggle for civil rights, and the adventures of the moon landing. And they'll hear about the invention and rise of computers, about a new kind of conflict that began on September 11, 2001, and about the tremendous promise of the Webb telescope. All of these and more stories are told in a living narrative that focuses on ideas and makes the events come alive in your students' imaginations. And the same is true for the world history book. Our Neighbors, Their Stories, Volume 2 by Lorene Lambert. Again, the prequel of Volume 1 is used in the early modern study. Volume 2 covers modern times. In this book, your students will hear about events in the histories of China, Africa, Russia, England, Israel, Germany, Japan, Norway, Peru, and more. It tells the stories of inventors, explorers, rulers, patriots, and scientists from around the world. Your students will learn about the world wars, about how the Great Depression was a global event, not just in America, about the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls, the toppling of the Berlin Wall, and the building of the Channel Tunnel between France and England. Now, if some of you own the title that we previously recommended for World History in Modern Times, Stories of the Nations, Volume 2, you'll recognize several of those topics. Our Neighbors, Their Stories, Volume 2, is an updated version of that book, with new chapters covering the Inca, the race to the North and South Poles, the Boxer Rebellion, the catastrophe at Chernobyl, and the long walk of Nelson Mandela. This new version, Our Neighbors Volume 2, is the one that is scheduled in a Pageant of History Modern Times curriculum. Now, in the upcoming episodes, I'll be sharing our favorite Modern Times books for various age groups. Those titles will build off of the spine books that I reviewed today. We call books like these that I shared today spine books because they provide a solid structure. They offer a chronological thread through the key events and key people of the time period. And then you can branch off of these spine books and add other titles that delve more deeply into related people and events. Next time, I will share our picks for those additional Modern Times books for elementary students in grades 1 through 4. Our history curriculum gives you a day-by-day reading schedule, narration prompts, historical pictures and maps, and much more to help make your history studies enjoyable for the whole family. Check the description for a link to A Pageant of History. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.